Hi Cancers, and welcome back to my channel where I am your girl, the Hyphy healer, your favorite vibes dealer. Hey! If you are a brand new Cancer and you've never seen my bald-headed self before, I am your girl, the Hyphy healer, your favorite vibes dealer. Around here in East Oakland, I sling tarot cards and I be all in y'all business. I deliver it with kiki and joy in my heart, and I cuss a fucking lot. If that seems like something you're interested in, stick around, okay? If you're a brand new Cancer and you've never seen me before, which is possible, my name is the Hyphy healer, your favorite vibes dealer, and just like I said, I be in East Oakland slinging tarot cards all in the business, okay? There are requirements to ride this ride. You do need to have some discernment. You are going to have to use your co-creating powers. We're not using all the black girl magic. So let's get into the tarot read, Cancer, because, bitch, I know that's why you here. Cancers, not you showing up in your own reading. No, sorry, Gemini. Gemini showing up in your reading. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. You found a boo? You found somebody? They the one. They soulmates. You locked in? Okay. Long story short, that's what I see. You found you somebody. Now, you're going to have to, this is where you use your discernment, because I don't know who's what for who's for what, things like that. This is for, okay, so you met this person. It could have been instant. I feel like it was instant. There was some indecision, right, for several reasons. You could be indecisive for whatever reason. There's a judgment. This is a no judgment zone. But I feel like you could have been indecisive because you and this person are different races, different religions, different ethnicities. And they had to, you know what I'm saying? They had to tussle with your family a little. Or you had to tussle with their family a little. And that's what was bringing in the indecisiveness. And I feel like because either you guys were really close to your family, you were really close to your family, or they were really close to their family, they were just tussling. There was arguments, there was disagreements, and things like that around you guys getting together. Again, either because of your race, your ethnicity, or your religion. But I feel like it was more of race and ethnicity. And because you know, they was funking and y'all was in love, it caused some indecision. But I believe what has happened, again, it depends on where you are at in this timeline. I believe what has happened is you released that family because they're just bringing nothing but drama, nothing but fights, nothing but arguments. And I feel like for a while, because you released your family, you feel like you didn't really have any options, right? You don't want to cut your family all the way off because family's family, right? But I just feel like you had no options, especially when the family members were fighting with your partner, or you were fighting with their partner. You just felt like there were no options. I feel like you gave the indecision up. You gave up fighting with the family. You gave up the lack of. You may still feel like there's not a lot of options, but I feel like you gave it up. You gave up overthinking. You gave up wondering. You gave up trying to plan. You gave up trying to like cater to your family dynamic, and just gave up the overthinking. And you made a head over heart decision. Okay, your heart won. I say amen. Again, it depends on where you're at in this. Yes, it depends on where you're at in this. Damn. It depends on where you are at in this cycle. But I feel like, again, you met somebody, the family dynamics were different, the religion was different, the ethnicity was different. Y'all tried to make it work. Families wasn't having it, outsiders wasn't having it, communities wasn't having it, and so you felt like there was a lot of lack of options. Because you felt like a lack of options, you had to make a head over heart decision. Of course, Cancers, you chose your heart, because what? And I feel like it could have left you a little powerless making this decision. You could have been angry making this decision. Could have been felt kind of like it was brash making this decision. But again, you ended the cycle of overthinking. You ended the cycle of connecting with your family, or maybe you cut them off. Maybe you're not on talking terms with them. Maybe you're just not as close, but I feel like you let all of that go. And you also, again, I don't know if you still don't feel like you made a head over heart decision, but I feel like, did you not get with the person? Okay, there's something about a no new beginning. Okay? And I don't know if it's because I feel like you cut the family off. I do feel like you cut the family off, but I don't know if you are still with this person. I don't know if you're taking a break from this person. Again, I just feel like there's no new beginning, or at least that's how you feel, right? Because of the lack of options. You feeling like you have lack of options. Again, I don't know where you're at. I don't know if you're just meeting this person. I don't know if you're in the midst of fighting with these people. I don't know if you just feel like you just ain't, there's no hope. Like, there's no movement. Like, I made a head over heart decision, but maybe you're not making any 3D movements, right? So maybe you're like, yeah, I'm going to cut off my family, but you still picking up phone calls. Maybe something like that. Let a nigga know. Let a nigga know, because you know I like to know. Any numbers? This person or you could be a Gemini moon, sun rising, not sun, moon. So have some Gemini in them, have some Libra in them, have some Scorpio. Taurus comes up, and Aquarius. Those are the signs that pop up. So those could be your moon or ascendant signs. Now, you know I like to show you the cards. You know I like to show you the cards because my shit be good. Let me just, while you're talking about my shit be good. Do I want to do too much? Yes, I'm going to do too much. I'm going to do too much because it's in my nature. So let me show you your love life. Okay, this is definitely about a relationship. Spot on, all right? And I only say that because after I say all that, then the card of confirmation comes out. But I just want to show it to y'all because I know y'all like to tussle in these social media streets, and I'm not the one, okay? So the basis of your question involves your romantic love life, which is now changing for the better. I love that for you, Cancer. I did say that, though, right? You know what I'm saying? I did say anything. Let me stop. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Your son. That's a son card. So if you have a son, this is speaking to your son and letting you know that your son is well taken care of and being protected. If you do not have a son, what it's speaking to is your inner masculine child being healed, okay? Spirit wants you to stop trying so hard to control everything. The doors will open for you, okay? So don't be trying to push nothing. Go with the flow, I feel like Spirit's saying. Be with the easier spirit, right? Let Spirit do their thing. This co-creating. I always talk about, I'm trying to tell y'all, Spirit likes to co-create. Spirit, they do. They don't like to do all the work. They on that black girl magic too. This is for somebody. Look, Cancers, I'm not coming for you. I swear I'm not. But you hard-headed. You hard-headed. And you are. And I'm not even going to hold you, Cancers. I attract people who are hard-headed. It's just a thing. And so with that being said, Spirit is doubling down on being easy with yourself. And stop trying to, like, really, like, on some real, stop trying to run things, because you the nigga, but you ain't that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Don't be above the program. That's all I'm trying to say. So God is in charge, and they're literally like, yo, we got this. Like, lean on your angels, ask your spirit guides for a little bit of help. Go with the flow, though. So when you ask for help, don't be trying to, like, make it pop. Like, go with the flow and trust and believe. You. This is where faith comes in, right? Faith in yourself, faith in divine timing. Faith in Allah, Spirit, Buddha, God, whatever it is you believe in, but Spirit wants is doubling down on, you can change this. You created this, so you can change this, and the person that you're asking about is actually trustworthy. Now, you gonna know. This is gonna resonate with you, because I started off with the. So you gonna know, like, y'all met each other, families is beefing, it's all over religious or ethnic reasons, cultural reasons, right? And you just know. Now you'll know. So yeah, so Spirit wants you to trust yourself, trust in this person. But if you feel like you need a second opinion, go ahead and get the second opinion. Again, this is just confirmation for somebody who's like, I'm not sure. Yeah, this tarot reading is hidden, but do I want to watch another one? Go ahead, watch as many as you need. Spirit's okay with it. They're okay. They got to say it. How many times they got to say it? They ain't mad. Neither am I. Like I said, I attract hard-headed people, so I'm not surprised at all. So here are some 3D things in real life that you can do to help this situation. I'm not a doctor on TV. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. So if you were thinking about or doing aromatherapy and sound healing, this is just your confirmation to go ahead and do that. Spirit is in alignment with that. And get a health checkup. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. You don't have to get the health checkup, baby, but you might want to. All right, Cancers.